Good day, everyone. We're from Group 4. Today, we're gonna explain the SWOT analysis of the MADA and the financial analysis and so on. So let's start with the definition of SWOT analysis. Let's start with the strengths. There are the internal advantages that set a business apart. Things like strong brand reputation, loyal customers, unique technology, or skilled talent. For example, a company with innovative products and a solid distribution network has a competitive edge. Next up, the weaknesses. There are the internal challenges that hold a business back. Limited funding, outdated technology, poor location, or lack of expertise. Identifying weaknesses isn't about pointing fingers. It's about knowing where to improve. Then we have opportunities. These are external factors that business can take advantage of. They could be new market trends, emerging technologies, or policy changes that open new doors for growth. Spotting this early can give companies a first mover advantage. And finally, threats. These are external risks that could harm the organization, such as rising competition, economic downturns, or changes in regulations. Understanding threats help businesses prepare and stay resilient.
Okay, so now I will be explain about justification of the proposal based on the UMKM needs. The first one is problem and opportunity identification. Many students and workers struggle to find affordable and suitable boarding house. At the same time, UMKM boarding house owner face challenge in reaching customer and promoting their service. Digital platform offer a solution by connecting supply and demand more efficient. And the second one is objective and benefits. The proposal aims to help UMKMs expand their market and stay competitive by adopting and integrate IT system that streamlines finance, inventory, and marketing, driving efficiency and long-term growth.
Okay, so next I'm gonna explain about technical feasibility and methodology. So the first one we have the system can be built using readily and available platform. And then the second one we have a simple infrastructure, laptop, internet, and then cloud service. And the third one we have development tech methodology, waterfall approach with analysis, design, implementation, and evaluation phase. And then we have cost and risk analysis. The first one is minimal initial investment cost for hardware and software development. And the second one is risk of adoption failure by early user. The third one is risk of data security and user privacy. And then mitigation, regular training, and routine data backup and bug fix maintenance. So this is a strategy for continuous risk management and system reliability.
So for the financial analysis, the initial investment of the MADA is around 112 million rupiah that is used for buying operational cars, buying office equipments, and so many more. And the annual net worth is around 67 million rupiah. So where did the annual net worth came from? So MADA is using a markup method. Let's say we have a room that actually costs 1 million rupiah, and then but the MADA sells it for 1.4 million rupiah. Nah, the 400k rupiah is for the MADA and the 1 million is for the owner. Now the MADA is having total of 6 buildings with a different amount of rooms. So there is one building that only have 10 rooms, and there is one building that have 18 rooms. And so the markup price is different based on the size of the building, with the maximal amount of 400k rupiah. And the smaller the building, the smaller the markup price too. And the minimum markup price is 200k rupiah. With that, we can calculate with the operational cost, the monthly operational cost, and the monthly staff salaries, we can find that the annual net worth is 67 and 700 million rupiah.
Okay, next let's take a look about net present value or NPV. Our annual profit is 66,720,000 and the initial investment is 112 million with over 5 years with a 10% discount rate. So by applying the discount factor for each year, the total present value of profit is about 252,700,000. By subtracting the initial investment, give an NPV of 140,700,000. Since the NPV is positive, this means the investment is profitable and creates value over time. Okay, next let's talk about return on investment. So our annual profit is 66,720,000 and the initial investment was 112 million. If we divided the profit by investment, we get about 59.6% per year. In simple terms, for every 100 we invest, we earn almost 60 in profit each year. So this is so that our investment is performing very well. The last one, let's talk about the payback period. Our annual profit is 66,720,000 and the initial investment is 112 million. By dividing the investment with the profit, we get about 1.68 years. That's roughly 1 year and 8 months. So this means that we can recover our investment in less than 2 years, which is a fairly quickly payback.
So next we talk about the comparison about Cosmea Mada that located in Kalpataru and Abhina Mada located in Borobudur. The comparison was conducted using 3 main criteria: operational, feasibility and risk, location, and profitability finance, with the assessment weight as shown in the table. For the first criterion, operational, feasibility and risk, with a weighting of 45%, the operational system of both boarding houses are relatively similar. Therefore, we give equal scores to Cosmea and Abhina as both use similar and stable system in terms of management and operational management. Furthermore, for the location criterion with a weighting of 30%, Cosmea Mada in Kalpataru received a higher score due to its more strategic location, closer to public facilities and also easier transportation access, and a more student-friendly neighborhood.
And meanwhile, the location of Abhina Mada is actually slightly lower points because its location is less strategic than Cosmea. And then on the profitability and financial criteria, with a weight of 25%, we give a higher score for the Cosmea Mada. And this is based on the greater income potential due to the occupancy level and tends to be stable and rental price that can be more competitive. And meanwhile, the Abhina Mada actually has a good financial performance but not as strong as the Cosmea. From the overall weighting results, Cosmea Mada is totally superior than Abhina Mada, and mainly because of the location factor and more promising profit potential.
Now I will explain about balance scoreboard. So what is balance scoreboard? Balance scoreboard is a strategic management tools that help organization translate their vision and strategy into clear, objective, and measurable performance indicator. It looks at performance from 4 perspectives: financial, customer, internal business process, and human resource development, to ensure a balanced view of success, not just a financial result. So the first one is financial perspective. In the financial perspective, our goal is to achieve long-term passive income. The key performance indicator of the average percentage of profit share obtained. Our target is to increase revenue by 8% from client income. To achieve this, we ensure a minimum occupancy rate that justify a higher profit sharing percentage. Next one is customer perspective. From customer perspective, our objective is to guarantee long-term property performance. We measure this by the average annual maintenance rate of client properties. Our target is to maintain cost below 5% per room. To reach this, we apply easy to maintain and durable design principle.
Okay, for the next one is internal business process perspective. For internal business processes, our objective is to optimize design for land efficiency. The KPI is the percentage of land efficiency with a target ratio above 18%. To ensure consistency, we standardize the entire project implementation processes. And the last one is HR development perspective. In HR development, our goals is to strengthen our multidisciplinary team expertise. We track the number of core employees who hold more than one certification. Our target is for at least 16% of senior staff to have dual certifications. We support this by funding project manager certifications and offering competency-based scholarship.